Recently, I found an awesome music licensing platform for content creators, which has an option that totally blew my mind. You can change any music track from their library to specific duration and doing that online in a single click.
What?
Yeah, it's possible. Stay around to see how. But first, let's roll some B-roll. This is how their site looks like. You have a bunch of useful things over here. They have their own tutorials and you can see how easy everything works. But anyways, I'm going to show you some examples by myself. So basically, to get to their library, you can go over here to browse music or just go to the web app. You will get the same window. So the first thing that you're going to see are the albums. These are basically the categories of all of the library they have. You can really find whatever you think of. They have a bunch of categories. You can also search by attributes, by production type, by instrument. I find this highly useful because sometimes I need a certain instrument and getting immediately to the tracks that have that certain instrument is a huge time saver for me. You can also see over here that you can immediately choose the desired track length. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can get the desired length from a full track. So we're going to choose a full length and we're going to keep this filter for searching music instead of sound effects. Now to perform a test, let's pick one track from this album. Now let's test one of the tracks. Now as you can hear, the track is quite slow and it's going to be pretty long. Let's say you like this vibe, it fits your video, so you decide to choose this track. Just go over here and click on the plus. As you can see, you get a notification, just click show timeline and you will get to the timeline where you can make all the edits that you need. So let's say you have figured out that 25 seconds of this track is going to be enough for your video. Basically, all that you need to do is to narrow down the duration from 3:15 to 25 seconds. And you can do that by simply moving it to the left, and as you can see at the bottom, it shows the duration. Now it's 30 seconds, 25. As you can see, it takes about a second or two to make the change, and now you have a 25-second duration. Now let's scale the timeline so we can see the track better. It's important to mention, of course, that you cannot get every single beat from the track that lasts for 3 minutes into a track that lasts for 25 seconds. But what you get to keep is the same style, the same vibe, and pretty much the same rhythm. Now let's hear the song how it sounds. As you can hear, the beginning and the end are perfect. The middle part is also perfect. If you remember how the full track sounded, you will understand that pretty much the vibe is the same, and all that you have done is just performed a single click to get the perfect duration that you need. Now additionally, you can play around with these options over here. in case you want to isolate one of the instruments. You can also select variations, which is great. You can select mixes, depending if you're going to use this track as a background for dialogue, whatever fits your needs. And additionally, before downloading a certain track, if you are still not sure if it's going to fit perfectly with your footage, you can over here load your own video. And what is important to say is that your material is not going to be saved on their servers. So basically you are just loading the videos and audio only from your own machine. And only then, after loading your videos, if it fits your needs perfectly, then you can download the track. Now let me show another example too. So we're just going to go back to the album search. And this time we're going to choose a high-paced track, just so we can compare how well this feature works for different types of music. I've tried this one over here, and let's listen to it for a while. So I know this is taking a little bit of time, but it is necessary to hear as much as possible of a single track so that we can compare how well this feature works. As you could hear, over here there is a very interesting part which I personally liked, and I was curious to see if the short version is going to keep that particular part. So let's just take this track to the timeline. As you can see, it lasts for 2 minutes and 13 seconds. And let's say we again need a track for 25 seconds. But this time we have a particular part that we want to keep. And let's just make the track shorter, 25 seconds. Let's scale the timeline. As you can see, the waveform is of course different, but still kind of looks similar. So let's just hear it again. And as you can hear, we don't have the one part that I personally like, but this is where it gets interesting. If you go over here on the variation options, and if you select the stomp version, you're going to get, as you can see over here, a different waveform. And in this variation, you're going to hear the part that I like, which was not available in the warm-up variation. So let's hear it out. So as you can hear, this variation sounds a lot different and it has the cool beats. So if you go back over here again, you have other styles too. It just depends which one you like, but it's impressive how these guys have thought on everything. Above these variations, you can additionally choose mixes. You can isolate certain instruments. I mean, you can just get a bunch of versions of one single track. For me personally, this is a huge thing. It provides me a lot of creative opportunities, and overall, it saves me a lot of time because Whatever that I want to change is actually just one click away. Anyways, now in case you change your mind or make some changes in your project and you realize that you don't actually need 25 seconds, but maybe you need 45 seconds. All that you need to do is basically change again the duration by moving this end towards the right side. Let's just take it up to 45. What I advise you to do is just visit their website through my link in the video description and play around, check their library, choose some songs that you like, just test different kinds of durations, and you will get the complete feeling how this feature works. Now, what I also want to mention is that with this feature, you are going to get the perfect beginning and the perfect ending. This is something that can be a real problem if you make manual cuts in editing software. Additionally, I want to show you how you can combine mixes and make them smoothly evolve from one to another. The best example for that is available in the demo project on the home page of Create Music website. Open it up and take a look how they edited the track and made it fit perfectly with the voiceover. As you can see over here, they separated the mix in 3 parts, and they did that by adding mix changes in between, which you can do by simply using these 2 buttons over here. This feature works in a way that you simply choose the desired point in time and you just click Add Mix Change. Or if you have changed your mind, you can just click Remove Mix Change. So in the first part, as you can see over here, the values, they focused basically on the melody, on the piano, and kept the percussion and the drums completely silent. While in the second part, they just increased the percussion, and in the third part, they additionally increased the drums value. And if you start listening, you're just going to hear the background music smoothly evolving from one mix to another. This is an amazing feature and it can really make your work much easier and enjoyable. So make sure to check the demo project and as well to test the mix changes and the smooth evolving on the music tracks of your own choice. I would also like to mention that Create Music has a really interesting and affordable plans. As you can see on their pricing page, they have personal and business plans. Of course, the yearly plans have some discounts. And also you can get additional discount by using my own codes for both monthly and yearly subscriptions. I believe their prices are totally worth it considering the value that they offer. So I encourage you to check them out, test all the features, and if you decide to make a purchase, make sure to use my codes and enjoy additional discount. So that would be it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching and talk to you soon.